The International is almost here, and that means a new batch of predictions for the Battle Pass. Correct predictions can earn up to 22 free Battle Pass levels from guessing the best heroes, players, and more. Here are WinGG's predictions for this year's TI Battle Pass. First up is the Heroes category. Players are tasked with guessing the most kills, highest XPM, and more from Dota's 123 different heroes. This makes the whole ordeal very hard. Tiny was the most picked hero in 5 of the 6 DPS regions, which makes him an excellent choice for the most picked. As for bans, Puck throws a wrench in many game plans and is also an extremely popular mid. Highest win rate is tough. Enigma has a pedigree at TI as well as high win rate in both China and Europe, so that's what I would go for. Highest kill average is also very difficult, but Necrophos does have guaranteed kills, which makes him a safe option. Highest assists may seem like it should go to a support, however Zeus does rack up dozens assists every game thanks to his global abilities. Lowest death may be Naga Siren, as she generally boasts very low deaths even in lost games. Last hit averages can vary greatly from game to game, of course, but Medusa can slow the pace while generating tons of farm. Puck appears again for the highest XPM average. If a teamfight happens with a Puck in the game, the playmaking dragon is sure to show up. And finally, in this category, we have kills and total last hits. Kills goes to Phantom Assassin, as no other carry is as fast as mowing down supports. Medusa makes her second appearance here for her total last hits, again as her slow pace makes game more likely to go the distance. Next up we have team predictions, but before we get into that, this is just a quick reminder to like and subscribe to our channel to catch all our future predictions and coverage. Guessing the winner of the International really is a fool's errand, but anyone who gets it right gets a whopping 2,500 Battle Pass points. Early signs are definitely pointing out to PSG.LGD, but they've been pointing out that way for the last 4 years at least. Our bet for the most kills is going to go to Team Aster. Monet and Ori are both bloodthirsty cores, and the team's preference for long games points to a high kill count. The second major champion, OG, is also a solid pick, but especially for these next two categories. Highest kill average requires a lot of 1 games, and BZM will be eyeing the kill record all tournament long. At the same time, this squad excels at getting out of ganks alive, so least deaths goes to them as well. Tundra's extremely active support duo of Snaking and Saxa make them a good candidate for the most assists in a single game. Aster returns here for the longest game. Monet loves his Arc Warden, and he's also not afraid to sit in the fountain for 20 minutes if he needs to. Shortest is a different story, and Deathball themes like Beast Ghosts are an easy pick. K1 and C-Smile would rush the Ancient at 20 minutes if they could. Their counterparts at Team Aster here appear again for the 3rd time as the highest average game length. Team Spirit picked an insane variety of heroes for TI this year, and its hero pools have only gotten bigger. This makes the defending champ a good pick for the most different heroes picked. Finally, the fewest different heroes could belong to Gaming Gladiators. The squad isn't expected to go far and picked a very small hero pool in the last DPC tour. The third page is for player predictions, which are quite difficult, especially for those who are unfamiliar with the Dota Pro circuit. There are also 90 players competing at the event, which really makes single callouts tough. Nonetheless, here's what we think. For the highest kill average, our pick is Monet from Team Aster. He boasts a KDA over 7 in the most recent tour, with several games above 20 kills. He will also double as our pick for most kills. Dairakyo from Gaming Gladiators is our pick for the least vets. He favors slippery carries like Monkey King, which makes him really difficult to hunt down. Highest assist average has to go to Xin Q. LGD's playmaking support averaged over 13 a game at last year's TI. Pencil him in for the most assists in a single game to clear out the top row. Monet returns once more here as the pick for the highest average last hits, as he ranked at almost 450 on average during the last tour. The high CS of any player in one game depends a lot on how the matches will go, but he's not a bad pick for this category either. The highest GPM categories are for the Alchemist players, and Dagsec from BetBoom is the most frequent Alch player at TI. He can work for the highest GPM average too, since BetBoom isn't expected to go too far. Lastly, the player who plays the most different heroes could be Yatoro. Spirit's carry broke the stream at TI10. He picked more heroes than the grid could actually show, and he's kept that versatility in the latest DPC season. And finally, we have tournament predictions. These are predictions for stats, but players don't have to guess the exact number. Rather, each section has a drop-down menu with ranges to choose from. Regions seem pretty even heading into TI11, so the total number of games in the main event should be high. 50 to 54 seems like a good bet here, though it could be even higher. For the total number of heroes, the metagame is also pretty even thanks to patch 7.23c, so 91 to 100 is the safe choice. The total number of heroes banned will be much lower, so we choose 71 to 80. Combined kills is very tough to gauge ahead of the event, but a long game could reach into the 71 to 80 range. Such a match could also be the longest game of the tournament, which we predict will run for just over 70 minutes. Shortest depends a lot on who gets tilted in the group stage. Just one hot temper can end a game in 15 to 20 minutes. As for most kills, a very long game could lead to over 20, so we pick 23 to 25. As for most deaths, a terrible game for a position 5 could lead to over 21. They could score the most assists of the event between all those deaths, so here we predict 25 to 32 max assists. And finally, GPM. One great Alchemist game is all it takes to push this into 4 digits, and a particularly saucy Phantom Assassin or Arc Warden game could do it too. Pick the highest option and pray Alch doesn't get banned. And that's it for WinGG's International 2022 Battle Pass predictions. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and do let us know of your picks in the comment section below. We'll see you soon.